Long ago, God sent his prophet Samuel to find the future king of the Israelites.
Samuel, go to Jesse's house in Bethlehem. There you will find the new king over all Israel.
I wonder who that is.
My sons, come into the house. There is a guest here to see you.
Huh? Oh.
David, you stay there and look after the sheep. We're going inside.
Jesse, you say you have 8 sons?
Yes, and they are such fine young men. Here they come.
Oh!
Which one could it be? Surely this must be God's chosen one.
No, Samuel, you are thinking too much about what he looks like. You must look inside. You must look at his heart.
Wait, there are only 7 here. Don't you have another son?
Yes, but he is the youngest and the smallest. See him off there guarding the sheep?
Him? No, it couldn't be him. Could it? Thank you. I will leave now.
You must look at his heart.
What's your name, son?
David.
God has told me that you will be the new king of Israel someday.
God is my friend. He helps me save my sheep.
Yes, and one day I hope you save us all. Goodbye, David.
Goodbye, and God bless.
David's 3 older brothers were called away.
David, come over here and pray with me as I bless the men of the family for battle.
To go fight for the people of Israel.
Eliab, Abinadab, Shammah, may the Lord bless you and keep you, and bring you safely home from battle.
But Father,
What, son?
you didn't bless me. I want to fight for Israel.
Don't worry about us, Father. We're old enough.
And strong enough. We can hardly wait to fight the enemy of God's chosen people, the evil Philistines.
We'll win and be home before you know it, David.
Hey, wait, everybody! Wait! Don't leave without me. Please. Please let me go, Father. I want to fight for the people of Israel, too. What's so funny? I may be small, but I'm brave. Why, just the other day, I saved our whole flock of sheep from a huge, ferocious lion. I hit him with a stone from my sling, and knocked him clean out. Want to see how good I'm getting?
Whoa!
No, David, not now.
First, I had to sock that lion right on his nose. bang! And then I shook that rascal by his whiskers. And then I pulled his jaws apart and rescued our little lamb. And then... I'm not afraid of those Philistines. Oh! So please, Father, please let me go fight too. Whoa!
Guarding sheep isn't exactly the same as fighting the big bad Philistines, little David.
Stay home, little brother. Father needs your help to watch over the sheep, and Father can watch over you.
Grow up, little lamb. You may be brave enough to fight, but you're just too little.
Abinadab, Shammah, time to go. Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Someday I'll go to battle for the people of Israel, Father. Someday.
Now the two great armies met for war in the middle of a vast valley. King Saul led the army of Israelites. But the enemy, the Philistines, had a giant on their side. The giant came marching across the valley toward the army of the Israelites. His legs were as big as tree trunks, his arms were strong as iron, and his steps made the whole earth tremble.
I am Goliath, the giant, and all of you are nothing but King Saul's little servants. Even if all of you fight me together, you can never beat me! So spare yourselves. I dare you, choose just one man brave enough to fight.
Not me.
Not me!
Not me either.
Just one man. If he beats me, all of my men will be your servants. But if I slay him, all of you shall be our servants forever. Now, who is brave enough to fight a giant? Just step forward. I'll be waiting.
Every morning and evening for 40 days, Goliath marched to the center of the valley and gave his great battle cry.
Who will fight me today?
Not me.
Not yesterday!
Not today either.
None of us are brave enough to fight a 10-foot giant. Or foolish enough.
You are nothing but Cowards!
He said it.
He's right.
You bet he's right.
Well, what do my brothers think?
Could I?
No, don't even think about it. I'll try to...
You're not risking your life for him. Maybe I'll...
Neither are you, Eliab. It's not worth it. Not even to marry King Saul's daughter.
Oh, but wouldn't it be great? Being rewarded with the princess's hand in marriage for beating the giant?
Oh, I wish this was over and we could go home to Father in Bethlehem.
The king will come up with a plan. You watch.
Bet I can get 5 in a row. Now remember, never be afraid.
David, that was a good shot, son.
Did you see that, Father? Maybe now you let me go join the army and fight with King Saul and the Israelites.
No, son, I told you before. They won't take you. You're too young to be a soldier. And you've got to get some more meat on those bones of yours.
But Father, I'm strong and I can run like a deer.
I said no, David. Now do as I ask and take this food to your brothers. Then hurry home to tell me how they are. Now be careful, son. I pray you will bring good news.
Who will fight me today?
Whoa!
Is there one man brave enough to fight? Are all the Israelites nothing but cowards?
Eliab! Abinadab! Shammah, what are you doing? Why are you running away?
You'd better run yourself. If you know what's good for you.
Watch out, boy!
But who is that?
It's Goliath, the giant. He's the champion for the Philistines against the people of Israel.
But why won't anyone fight back?
What do you mean? Look at him. He's too strong. He's over 10 feet tall. None of us could even lift his spear.
But what about King Saul?
King Saul will give a rich reward to the man who slays that giant.
You'll even let him marry his own daughter.
And none of you are brave enough to try?
No, because none of us want to die for no reason.
Eliab, why won't you fight? Abinadab, Why are you afraid? Shama, are you afraid of the giant too?
All the soldiers are afraid, little David.
Yes, little brother. Aren't you afraid too?
You're too young to be here at all, David.
Yes, little brother. Go home and take care of sheep where it's safe.
No, I can't. Someone has to fight Goliath.
But who? Everyone here is afraid.
I'll fight the giant. I'm not afraid.
You?
Yes. God is stronger than Goliath. And God will help me. Go tell King Saul, I'm not afraid.
I have news for King Saul.
What news?
So, there's this Israelite champion who's really a young shepherd boy. Says he wants to fight for King Saul and the Israelites. Says God will help him fight the giant. And he's never even been trained as a soldier.
Well, tell the foolish lad to go home. King Saul is no use for jokes out here on the battlefield. Tell the boy.
Tell the boy to come here.
But sire,
Joab, bring the boy here to me. Now. I wonder who he is. I wonder why he's the only one brave enough to fight the giant.
He is, I understand, a giant of a man, and I am not. His spear appears to be the size of a small tree, and all I've got is a slingshot. This Philistine is large, but I know who's in charge. I have a giant of a God, you see, bigger than the trouble in front of me. And even 9 feet tall starts looking pretty small next to the giant of a God with me. I fought the roaring lion, sent the wolves home crying every time. And with a little faith, I was not afraid. The fight was God's, not mine. This Philistine is large, but I know who's in charge. I have a giant of a God, you see, bigger than the trouble in front of me. And even 9 feet tall starts looking pretty small next to the giant of a God with me. I have a giant of a God, you see, bigger than the trouble in front of me. Even 9 feet tall starts looking pretty small next to the giant of a God with me. Next to the giant of a God with me. I have a giant of a God with me. I've got a giant of a God. Giant, giant, giant of a God. Giant, giant.
So that's the little hero?
Looks like he couldn't fight a flea.
Make way for the little giant killer.
I don't see any giant killer. I don't see anyone.
Neither do I.
silence! Make way for this boy.
Huh?
I said make way for the shepherd boy. The king wants to see him.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Certainly, Commander.
Right away, sir.
Your Majesty, I am...
Silence! Let the boy speak.
Please, sir, don't be afraid of the giant. With God's help, I'll fight him for you. I'll fight Goliath for you and for all of the people of Israel.
But how can a boy like you fight Goliath? You can't match him in size or strength or skill, my boy. Why, you've never even been trained for battle.
It's true, Your Majesty. I am young and small. But God will make me strong. If God saves my sheep, God will save me from this giant. Now let me fight the giant for you and the people of Israel.
Yes, little David, and may God be with you. Joab, get my sword and shield. Get my armor. Put them on young David.
Huh?
Joab, I said dress the boy for battle.
Huh? Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. Well, didn't you hear King Saul? Do as he says.
I can hardly pick up your sword, Your Majesty. And your shield is much too heavy for me.
But, David...
God's help is all the armor I need. Please help me, God. Help me fight Goliath the giant for the people of Israel. Can you hear me, Goliath the giant? I am ready to fight.
Ha! Do you think you can fight with sticks and stones? You'll be sorry!
You fight me with your sharp sword and heavy spear, Goliath, but I fight you in the name of God.
Goliath! He's dead!
Hooray!
Run! Run for your lives!
Look at those cowards run!
Yes! After them!
Come back here!
And the Israelites chased the Philistines away.
The boy killed the giant! Goliath is dead! Where is the boy? Joab, bring him here to me.
Little brother!
It is you!
Our brave baby brother David.
Bring the boy here to King Saul.
Thank you, my son.
Thank God, Your Majesty.
And that is how little David beat Goliath the giant with the help of God. This was only one of the many great adventures God had planned for David. David the shepherd boy grew up to become a great king who served God. Throughout David's long and adventurous life, he always remembered the comforting words of God.